Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review the new film EO, and this is from director Jerzy Skilimowski, and this is indeed the Polish entry for Best International Film for the Academy Awards for this coming awards ceremony. And this film focuses on a donkey who encounters good and bad people along the way on this journey and looking at the state of modern Europe through its eyes. And this is, first off, an absolutely beautiful film. There is something really special that Michael Dymick, who is the cinematographer, is doing. There's some moments where it feels like the negative scape from like Beyond the Infinite in 2001: A Space Odyssey with this red tinting, and just this experience, just the whole entire environment and atmosphere around this film is haunting and engaging. And this is going to sound crazy, but one of the most impressive performances I've seen all this year is from this donkey, and what Skilimowski is able to do with the cinematographer of how to frame the camera right with like the eyes of this donkey to show these specific emotions. And really, we feel so much for this animal, and we understand so much of what's running through this animal's head, and that is so fascinating and just unexpected in the way that it was able to do that. This film has human characters along the way. It even has Isabelle Huppert, who pops up in this film, who is an incredible actress, who pops up for like the last little chunk of this film. But it isn't about the big acting performances. It's about this donkey coming across different people, seeing the good that people can do, the horrors that people can do. There's some terrifying things that you see along the way in this film, and it's shot so beautifully and in such an interesting way, and it's captivating to look at this animal and feel like you know exactly what's running through their head. We feel their emotions, we can empathize, can sympathize. It's something that is really impressive that they were able to pull off with this film, and I think that's a sign of incredible filmmaking. And it gives me hope that someday we could just have a Godzilla film without a bunch of stupid humans, and we could just watch Godzilla and they don't have to talk to us. This is such a fascinating film to see, where your protagonist is an animal that doesn't have human voiceover for us to explain things to us, doesn't have, you know, it talking and it just being like this magical realism. It's just a donkey going through all of these crazy experiences, and each of which gives us a sense into the experience of life that this donkey has. There are some really hard to watch moments where we see how humans treat different kinds of animals. There's a furring scene in this film, and what they do to these like fur foxes is quite disturbing. But you also have some really hopeful and inspiring moments where this donkey shows up to play, and it's impressive in that way. But this isn't the kind of film that's going to leave you cheery and having a great time at the end. This is to open your eyes and really get a sense of what we do to animals in so many different ways, realizing that they can feel and have a lot going on inside their heads, because we could feel it, we could sense it, we can understand it with how this film is presented. And I felt extremely moved by this experience. Looking at it from a technical standpoint, this is one of the most impressive films I've seen all year in terms of technical aspects, and it's able to make us fall deeply for this animal, this donkey, EO, and be able to see a mirror and looking into the eyes of EO and seeing how it reflects upon humanity and how we treat animals. And that is a really impressive feat that this film is able to accomplish through the impressive direction by Skilimowski. And this is tough. Decision to Leave's great. This is great. There's just so many really strong films every year for international film, but like, if I'm picking one now, I'm pulling for this one. This is something special. You go Poland. And hopefully people get a chance to check this out and experience such a unique cinematic experience themselves. But those are my thoughts on EO. Let me know what you think and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland Reviewer.